KC to this. The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for Jimmy G. In February of 2018, they made him the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. And now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana and Steve Young as 49er quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl title. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Garoppolo hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 account.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 69 yards. yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, where's Nicole Hardman? He's gonna be the returner. Returner, Nicole Hardman. Punt returner, Nicole Hardman.
Let's go, baby.
Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one, the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about it being Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There was a lot of that in that offense, and who could ever forget it? Then head coach Hank Scram on the sidelines. 65, toss, power, trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's the touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called Wasp. And that was the big throw on 3rd and 15 from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. And that helped break things open for Kansas City.
Good stuff. And for Andy Reid, he had the most wins for a coach prior to getting his first Super Bowl. That victory was his 221st, no doubt his sweetest. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I was trying to say that.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Being chased out left. That's complete to Sterling. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. 58 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that, this is blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there of 22. So one play and they're already...
Oh, man. It's easy. Yeah, it's all man.
Just shy of midfield. Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. 9 catches, 105 yards for Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl. And he likely had the biggest play of the game, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. 44-yard catch on 3rd and 15. Usually you're trying to just find enough space to get over the sticks, right? Get a 16, 18-yard gain, which is difficult in and of itself. But 44 yards on 3rd and 15. San Francisco had contained him so well throughout the game because you know what it's like with Tyreek Hill. When he catches the ball, you better surround him or he'll break a big one. Finally does it at the key point, and that starts the comeback for Kansas City. Paved the way for the first of 3 KC touchdowns in the 4th quarter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time to revisit what we thought of San Francisco in the Super Bowl here, Charles, as they come back out on offense. They were looking to draw even with the Steelers and the Pats with 6 Super Bowl titles, but that's going to have to wait at least another year. Now, are you still bullish on this team moving forward?
I absolutely am. And I know it goes against the grain a little bit because typically the team that loses the Super Bowl, it's not just the Super Bowl winner that has a hangover. Super Bowl loser has a struggle the next year as well. I think this team is built to come back and compete for another Super Bowl title. Offensive line, I really like it. They'll get Weston Richburg back at center. I think that the running game will continue to get better. Don't be surprised if they actually draft a runner to try and supplement things. They'll increase the receiving core. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo will continue to improve at quarterback. And on the defensive side, they feel like they have a lot to prove because of the way the game ended for them. They didn't shut them down. I think this is a team that will be on a mission in 2020.
And I'm not putting this all on Kyle Shanahan, but just for him, how crushing the loss he had as the OC with Atlanta, and now this lead that he loses as the head coach of San Francisco.
He'll be hearing from guys like you and me all year long about those 2 games now. Leads, not doing certain things that we expected him to do, i.e. running the football down the stretch. They'll have all offseason to digest that. But one thing about Kyle Shanahan,
very confident in himself. I think he handles these things well, and he'll use it as fuel as well, too.
The dump-off gets it only one, and now you're looking at a third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, and even 40 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes steps away to his left, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chiefs 31, 49ers 20.
Here we go. Let's 80. Let's go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, had held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters, and somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second and long. On second down, it's Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taylor now returning it. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second down, McKinnon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Garoppolo closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Coleman now. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Oh, he's gone.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Stop.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. To throw again on second down. Mahomes forced out to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 13 yards there and a Niner first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On second down now. It's Coleman, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Rolling to his left. He is going to find Hill here. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman.
Come on, chat. Alright.
A gain there of 21 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
We need to stop him.
Garoppolo now. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Williams will try again, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. Everyone, offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Here we go. 180! 59, Mike to 59. Target. Hey.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the...
Well, I'm going to put him at Moore. Where's Matt Moore? Oh. Where's Matt Moore at? Do they not have Matt Moore on this?
48.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them...
Williams loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Sheds off the tackle, and he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Safety's 43! 43! We got double up.
They go play action. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught by Watkins.
Hey, you should watch my stream. You should watch. I'm streaming right now. You should watch my stream. I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm playing Madden 20.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Yeah.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. He'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Escaping the pressure right. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run was set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
It's big, and there's a face.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second, and the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford, his second sack of the night. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take...
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I'm evil or not.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On first down, Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
I know what run
This
pass
will
options
probably be
are.
the last play of the quarter. Now a first down carry. It's
What
Williams.
the heck? I didn't even hand it off to him.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here.
Nope.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
No.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now play fake here on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now Mahomes. This drive, which was going so smoothly, and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
Man, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Garoppolo. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So are you going to stream it?
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past.
I don't know, honestly.
The 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
You just go to the live stream.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Now Garoppolo leads for McKinnon on the draw. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up first and goal. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They will run again with Coleman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too,
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know, I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game,
I had you on hold.
let's go ahead and see 5.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Williams. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Williams.
I followed my blocker and that got me nowhere.
Can't get off the field on 3rd down. We all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Williams.
How did that dude shed that block so fast?
He won't go down. And
that's a
he's
face
going to be
mask.
brought down by the face
That's a
mask.
face
Here
mask.
come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8,
I started
2nd
an
and 2.
hour and 8 minutes ago.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down.
Oh,
have to
I was
stop
about to
them,
outrun
have to
him.
get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Williams shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, if I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And some room to run now. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. On first down, it's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, it's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Williams. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Garoppolo now. First down throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score. Pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? By land to by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. And nothing but daylight ahead. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score.
and kick the extra point.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Kick my